The talks on the Ukraine crisis are not going anywhere. Harsh criticism has already been leveled before the phone call between Prime Minister Johnson and Russian President Putin. British diplomacy is completely worthless, they say. So far, crisis diplomacy in the Ukraine crisis with Russia has not brought about a breakthrough. Nevertheless, Western government officials continue to focus on dialogue with Moscow. After French President Emmanuel Macron and Italy's Prime Minister Mario Draghi, Britain's Prime Minister Boris Johnson will be, or was supposed to be, on the phone with Russian President Vladimir Putin today after I'm filming this. And the phone call was not under a lucky star. The Russian UN diplomat Dmitry Polyansky described British diplomacy in advance as completely worthless. There's always room for diplomacy, but frankly, we don't trust British diplomacy, Polyansky, Russia's deputy ambassador to the United Nations, told Sky News. I really don't want to offend anyone, he said. The results of British diplomats are really nothing to brag about. Yeah, thinking about what happened with the EU recently, yeah, I can't blame the Russian. Relations between Moscow and London are extremely strained over the 2018 poisoning of former Russian double agent Sergei Skripal and his daughter in England. At the time, Great Britain accused Russia of an assassination attempt with the nerve agent Novichok on British territory and expelled dozens of Russian diplomats. In the current Ukraine crisis, London is demonstratively supporting the government in Kiev. During a visit to the Ukrainian capital on Tuesday, Johnson warned that the current massive Russian troop deployment on the Ukrainian border poses a clear and present threat to Ukraine. Polyansky accused the West of hysteria, and there I don't agree with him. There are exaggerations in the information on the number of Russian soldiers massed at the Ukrainian border, he said. Now it's already 130,000. You can see that inflation is very high these days. Yesterday was 100,000. No, it wasn't. I talked last week about 120,000 already, and the US before me. The West fears a major attack on Ukraine because of the tens of thousands of Russian soldiers on the Ukrainian border. Russia denies any plans to attack, but at the same time stated that it feels threatened by NATO. On Tuesday, Putin accused the West of ignoring Russia's security concerns and using Ukraine for their purposes. Because of the ongoing crisis, there is growing pressure on the German government to give more support to Ukraine and take a tougher stance on Russia. And yes, people saying this are right. Kiev's mayor Vitaly Klitschko called on Germany in the newspaper Zeit to say goodbye to the controversial Baltic Sea pipeline Nord Stream 2. Klitschko said he understood that the pipeline would be good for the German economy. But dependence on Russia is dangerous. It's no secret that the Russians don't want just to bring Ukraine back into their zone of influence. Well, Klitschko also renewed his demand for German arms supplies to this country. The point is that Ukraine wants to defend itself, he stressed. And he is right, and my social democratic traffic light government is wrong. The medical peace organization IPPNW, on the other hand, welcomed the restrictive stance of the federal government on arms exports. Demands for arms deliveries by individual members of the CDU and FDP, or most recently by the future head of the Munich Security Conference, Christoph Heusgen, are counterproductive and fuel the escalation even further, the organization said. No, if we talk and fail with the talks, then there is no time anymore to send them any help of that way. I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.